Have you ever noticed like how some people out there always feel the need like to ruin things that you're actually excited about? Maybe you just like tried something new and you're feeling super proud of yourself, and then like this other person just like tears you down right away. And they try to tell you like why doing this thing isn't impressive.
I'm not impressed.
Or that doing this thing isn't fun, but meanwhile like you were actually having a blast. Well, that, my friends, is what I call a buzzkill. Maybe you just like came up with a new business idea and immediately you get shot down. Maybe you make that first post of yours and then you get like that nasty comment telling you like you should quit.
Why don't you just give up?
Maybe you just tried out like a bold new fashion style and someone says to you, "Oh, I just don't think like that's your look." I'm here to say though, why is it anyone else's business to take the wind out of your sails? And if you enjoy something, don't allow someone else to yuck your yum. I have plenty of examples in my life where a buzzkill just like sucks the energy right out of the room or right out of someone's dreams, and like we don't need that. We don't need your negative energy. Keep all that negative talk to yourself. But then let us rise above it and get back to doing our thing. Anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys some personal stories with buzzkills and like what the best way to handle them actually is. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to rise above these types of people. Anyways, without further ado, let's dive deeper now.
Give me a...
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Jared and James channel. I'm Jared Weiss. If you guys didn't know that, it must mean that you're not subscribed to the channel, so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on the video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through It by Jared Weiss. All links purchased it on my website, which is jaredryanweiss.com. That's JEREDRYANWEIS.com. Buy the book, support me, and make sure to check out all those shirts in there as well. Every shirt has been designed by me, every shirt is made of 100% organic cotton, so any support at all, as I'm always saying, would be extremely appreciated. Anyways, let's dive deeper into this video now on buzzkills and how to overcome them, so let's go now. So now, to start this video off, I want to tell you guys a powerful story coming from my childhood. So as a kid, every summer I always loved going to camp, as you guys can read more about it in my book, Fight Through It. But anyways, camp was always my happy place.
Think of a place that's really perfect. Your own happy place.
It was the place like where I felt most comfortable being myself. There weren't really any cliques like how it was in school, and so it always just felt like all of us were free to be who we wanted to be, and to be our best selves, and to be our truest selves. And this is also like why later on I became a counselor, and I love doing this as well. It felt really good, like, and it was always amazing to create this positive environment for my campers too. However, back in those early years, there came a point where like the camp wasn't exactly being kept up the way like it should have been. The owners at the time just didn't have like a ton of extra money to spend, so there definitely were some things like they were broken or didn't have like the same luster that like it used to. But honestly, this never mattered to me. If you would have asked me this at that time, I wasn't even like aware of this, nor did I want to be, because I was always just like so focused on having the best time. Then it started to happen. One kid in particular who I could remember, one of my friends, started to become like a bit of a buzzkill. Constantly complaining, saying like how other camps are nicer, and always talking about like how he wasn't going to come back to camp the next summer, even though like he always did. And the owners are so cheap and yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada.
But me though, I was just like, has this ever stopped us from having fun? Does this tiny crack in the basketball court actually hinder our fun? Honestly, no, it doesn't. And more importantly, is complaining about it like actually going to change anything? No. So why are we going to spend like all this time complaining about it when we could just be like having fun? I love this place so much, and like I love being surrounded by all these awesome people, so why are you going to take that from me? And the sad part is, the complaining and like negative attitudes didn't just stop there. So at this camp, when all of us became preteens and teens, there was actually a teen travel program, which meant going to amusement parks, taking overnight trips, going to Six Flags, Broadway shows, baseball games, staying in hotels, like and even going to Canada once. Doesn't this sound amazing? Well, it was for me. But these same few kids still found reasons to complain. Oh, another amusement park, all this walking, why isn't this hotel that nice, etc, etc. And the sad part is some of that negativity actually became contagious, and took the fun from multiple people, where if all of us just like would have focused on all the amazing things like we were doing, there wouldn't have been anything to complain about, and like we wouldn't have had time to complain. And thus, I was always the one who was always convincing my friends to come back every summer, and we always had the best time as far as I saw it. So as far as I see it, stop yucking someone else's yum, and don't take the fun out of everything. If you don't like the camp, tell your parents like you don't want to come back, but why are you then going to take this fun from all of us and try to bring others into your misery? Now the next example of a buzzkill is when it comes to someone else's accomplishments. We've all heard it before. This is like the person who, as soon as you like a great game, so often they'll feel the need to say to you, oh well, it's not like you're ever going to go pro, or you may have had a good game, but like this person over here is even better than you. I'm just like, keep that stuff to yourself because I don't need it, nor do I want it. It doesn't help anyone. It's like, for instance, in the movie Wedding Crashers, when Owen Wilson comes up with this idea to win back Claire, but yet he's presented with negativity from his friend Jeremy, who's of course played by Vince Vaughn. And of course, if you guys see it, you know the line, you gosh darn negativity, I don't need it.
You shoot it down with your negativity. Your goddamn negativity. I don't need it.
Well, that's like how I feel sometimes. It's like recently I hit a new squat PR in the gym, and I got some incredible reactions, which I'm so thankful for. One of my gym friends tells me to keep showing him the video over and over again, because he was in absolute amazement at how I'm able to lift so much weight. Another one of my gym friends saw the post online, and he comes in the next day telling me like how amazing this was, and how all the girls should be all over me now. Another one of my friends, she high-fived me and congratulated me and told me like how awesome this was. My best friends James and Ethan, so like James tells me like how sick this was and how strong I am, and Ethan comments on the post telling me like I'm him. So all that made me feel amazing, and of course I always do that for my people too. I'm always the one like hyping them up, not tearing them down.
Now who's with me?
Woo! It's electric in the air!
On the other hand, there's always that one comment who's a buzzkill. So now I will say, this time around like I did get 2 comments telling me that like I'm super strong, but of course there's always the classic, you didn't get low enough or your form wasn't perfect. The form police suddenly have to swoop in. But I also had plenty of other people telling me that like my form was perfect and like I hit perfect depth. Now I'm not sure like who's right. And hey, like I did appreciate like how you added in that like I'm super strong still. But most of the time I'm just like, did you guys really feel the need to say that? Because now I'm going to be overthinking to myself, is this really a PR? Why didn't I just like go down an extra half inch just like to prove to you that like I hit this? Etc, etc. And like these comments weren't even like the worst of them. I've definitely seen and gotten much worse. And I actually appreciated like how these guys went about it. It wasn't like full on hate mode.
You're gonna need a blanket and suntan lotion, cause you're never gonna get off that beach, just the way you never got into the NHL.
But most of the time I'm just like, why do you guys feel the need to tear down a positive thing? And maybe if this were like a weightlifting competition, sure, I could understand that, and that would be like a fair thing to debate. But when you hit a PR, why does someone out there always have to be like the depth police or the form police? Did I hit the lift? Did I clearly have enough strength to hit it? Was I within the acceptable range? Yes, so then like why do you have to be the one person to worry about debating whether or not like this was perfect? I mean like, do you guys feel what I'm saying? Do you hear me here? I don't think this is like unreasonable to ask for.
I feel you.
You feel me? You
Another example of being a buzzkill where I'm just like, keep that energy to yourself, is the person who goes, why are you trying so hard? Because it's not like this thing matters. Well, maybe it doesn't matter to you, but like it matters to me, so I'm going to give it my all. Let me get more specific. So like when I was younger and like I was playing intramural basketball, and like all of us played, but the thing was, once travel basketball started, suddenly intramurals weren't important to some kids, but all of us on travel still like had to play. So a lot of the travel players, and like I was one of them, but a lot of them would be like quote unquote too cool to try, and these guys would make fun of those who did.
Oh, what a loser!
Now my dad always coached me to play like every game matters, and like I love him for that. Because why am I going to play in the game and only give it like 50%? It's not worth it. As I see it, every game is a chance to get better, and like every game is like a new opportunity. And even if like these games aren't as important, this can actually be like a perfect time to work on your skills. Maybe this is like where you work on your pull-up jumpers, you work on some new moves, you work on your left hand. And do you know which one of us went further than just about everyone else with basketball? Me, the kid who wasn't too cool to try in intramurals. And plus it also like made it a lot more fun too. These days, as I've told you guys the stories about like in recent videos, I actually coach in a competitive intramural league in one of the neighboring towns from me. But what I really love like about this league is like all the kids basically have like, this agreement, like they're all going to try and they're all going to play hard. And so all of them take it seriously and they all love it. I mean last year's finals, which like my team just narrowly missed, but all of us went to watch and like it was so intense. And keep in mind, most of these kids are actually varsity players. So playing with energy, passion, and wanting to win makes it so much more fun, and that's like why I love coaching these kids. And I've also been asked like, to coach so many different ones now too. Now if these kids were too cool to try, I don't think I would have stuck with it for all these years. Moving right along, when someone comes up to you with like a new business idea, and you respond with like, oh well, it's not going to do well, or maybe you should just like stick to this, and they take your dreams and size them down.
Stop it! I know this is a good idea. I'll show you.
You don't need that, and I don't need that either. I mean, even just like having a big idea and bringing it to someone else's attention is a big step. And so like when someone else out there hears that boldness and decides like stay a place to tell you why this won't work, that just takes all the air right out of the room, and you don't need that. And of course, it's one thing to be like the person who says like, oh well, first we have to take care of this. Like maybe it's business permits or getting permission from the town or acquiring investors or whatever the case may be. But I have a problem when someone just like shoots you down totally and tries to tell you like all the reasons why doing this thing can't be done.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Because who are you to say that? Are you God? Do you know for sure like that this idea can't work, it's not going to work, and like it never will? Or are you focused on all the things that can go wrong instead of like the world of possibility and like the world of opportunity that's out there? And even if it will be hard, so what? Even if this person isn't totally ready yet, so what too? I think more often than not, we have to meet boldness with confidence and belief versus shutting the other person down, because I found that like whenever we believe in others, we give them the strength to make that thing happen and to make that dream into a reality. Sometimes all of us actually do better when we figure out things as we go. And so all we need sometimes is someone to give us confidence and belief to make the thing happen, like to get the wheels rolling. If someone believes like they could do something, who are you to tell them no? And that's why I'm everyone's hype man. I'll always be the person who gets your dream even bigger. It's like one of my favorite gym people told me like how she was applying to a big time fashion school, and I was constantly telling her how amazing this was, and she's gonna get in, she has all the qualifications, she's gonna be the best at this thing, and guess what? She got in. One of my other gym friends told me like he was gonna bench 300 pounds, and my response was, let's go, let's make the thing happen. You got this. And now he's well on his way to doing that. So don't be a buzzkill, be someone like who actually raises the whole collective vibration. And it's like also another thing that like I can't stand is when every so often, like whether it's on one of my posts or if it's on like someone else's, it's like we're putting ourselves out there. And sometimes this can be like super scary. Now I've confronted this fear so many times now, and I've seen all the nasty comments like I could possibly see. So making the post doesn't really faze me like how it used to. But I hear and see people all the time like who make that first post, and if I'm ever the one like who sees and notices this, I will always like it because I know like how scary it could be to try something new and to put yourself out there. And yet sometimes you get that person who comments, you're just yapping, or podcast equipment should be more expensive, and seeing a comment like this take the air or the wind right out of your sails. Here you were super excited to make your first post and like probably a little nervous too, and the first comment you read is like that. Now unless you're hurting someone or making content like that could damage others, or you're bullying people, if you're not doing any of those things, I don't see like a reason for comments like these.
Oh, SpongeBob, why?
I mean, here's the great thing about social media. There's a million other videos like you could be watching, so if you don't like something, you don't have to watch it. So what reason is there for you to leave a nasty comment on it? But I will say this, and this of course ties into like my messages on bullying and haters, and all the videos that like I've done on that. We can choose to view this as a test whenever we get one of these comments. A test to see like how much you love what you're doing, or how much you believe in you, because the most important thing like you can't do whenever a hater or a bully confronts you, is you can't change your actions based on them. If you do that, you give them the power. And same thing goes for maybe if like you try wearing a different shirt, you wore a hat today, or you tried out something different and someone says to you something nasty, whether in person or online. But once again, if you love wearing it, keep wearing it. If you think it makes you look good, then keep it up. Because eventually you're going to be the trendsetter. But don't let that buzzkill ruin your fun. It can really suck sometimes when you try something new, whether it's a new style or you make your first post, or play a sport for the first time and like you're super nervous about how this is all going to go. And then on top of that, someone feels the need like to comment something nasty to you. But you have to rise above that and do what's best for you. and keep on doing your thing, keep on keeping on. Eventually, others are going to look up to you for this strength and boldness. Anyways, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the message. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked what you heard, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys next time. Stay positive, stay hustling, stay grinding. Catch you next time. Peace.